Welcome back to the harvest.
I'm still here.
We're back. We're back for part two.
It's a part two.
Me and Diani was sitting here, and we was really about to get in the nitty gritty, and realized that this is what we're about to go into is some real powerful conversation, raw emotions,
Yeah.
raw conversation, and
Yeah.
thought that you should bear witness to it. But while the camera was off, I asked Diani how did she feel about her moving, and so you want to get into that about how
Yeah.
you feel.
So I said it's bittersweet.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a process. I definitely don't know how to feel. Like I was saying, I spoke to a close friend of mine, and again, I only talk to people about my business who know God, because 9 times out of like when I say know God, I mean like hear from God, like are obedient to
Yeah.
God. Because if I'm off my rocker, they're gonna pull me together, pull me back in line, correct. Iron sharpens iron. I'm only telling the iron things that can sharpen my iron, okay, and vice
Yeah.
versa. So I was talking to a friend about it, and she's currently went through like a similar situation like last year.
Mm-hmm.
And we were just speaking on like how we feel like the most High's like rerouting us to things that we were doing before. Um, like I was before I moved to Atlanta, I was vegan. I was like in great shape.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was really healthy,
Mm-hmm.
and I was working on other projects. And then I got pregnant, and it all just went to hell. But I realized that my interest for those said projects are coming back. I'm vegan again, and like I'm much
Mm-hmm.
healthier than I've been in the past like 4 years. So realizing that the rerouting has already started in my life. Now it's just I gotta go. That was like, okay, now we just have to continue going. But anyway, I was telling her how I was feeling. I was feeling like the most High was calling me to go back home for a while, like probably like 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, no, because this and circumstances and relationships and da 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 da. And I told her, and she literally cut me off. She was like, you need to go home. She was like, God is calling you to go home now. Like, you have to stop playing. You have to stop overthinking. What you're holding on to is no more. Like, it's done. And it's time for you to fully pivot and walk into who the Most High is calling you to be, and stop being comfortable, like half assing it. Because, like, you're doing some things, but you're not doing everything. And you can't be mad when your prayers aren't being answered. Because she told me, she was like, the reason, and it's funny she brought this up because I literally was sitting outside journaling the day before, and then I had the realization that the reason why I'm in the situation I am now is because of my own choices.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's because of my own decisions. And the reason that certain prayers aren't being answered in my life is because of said choices
Yeah.
and said decisions, and me still wanting to stick in, that season
Mm-hmm.
instead of fully um just letting it go and welcoming the new. Like, I tweeted like a month or so ago, and this is something that I've like the Most High has been working with me on, is being open to everything, but not being attached to everything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like allowing things to freely flow and come as they please or as they should.
Mm-hmm.
And I've noticed a lot more peace in my life. So I feel like this that made it a little more easy. And maybe I needed to get to that point so I could get to this point, of being like, you know what, y'all, let me be obedient. Like, let me feel. If I really want the life that you have for me, if I really want the relationship that I want with him, like
Right.
if I really want my business to flourish, and like if I really want my purpose to just, because like purpose isn't just work. And I feel like a lot of us tie our purpose to our work, but my purpose all fall in lines with just my life, my friends,
Yeah.
my relationships, my son,
Yeah.
creative fruit. You're a part of my purpose.
Yeah.
Like, it's bigger than just what you can crank out to the world,
Mm-hmm.
like just to serve the world. But it's like purpose is just going into the grocery store and meeting someone and like giving them kind words that you felt on your heart. Like, it's so much bigger than just like sitting at your computer and cranking out work to prove to other people that you're worthy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not purpose. My purpose has nothing to do with any other creation. My purpose only has
Mm.
everything to do with the creator.
Talk to him.
Yeah.
talk to them. And I feel like I told you this when we talked like literally 4 days ago, right?
Yeah.
And and I was saying like when God like changes things around you, it's important to be still
Mhm.
and to like hear from it's hard to hear from the most high when there's a bunch of chaos. Um you can't like silence is key. Um and I told you I was like, make sure be still, listen
Mhm.
from 'em. Because in that solidarity and in that stillness, you you get direction.
Mhm.
You get comforting. You get everything that you've been longing for.
Mhm.
Like we try to a lot like we try to like go out and like I wouldn't say leech on, but look for things that we're looking for in other
Yeah, like
people.
outsource.
Yeah, like we try to outsource, like I'm sad, let me go talk to this person rather than just sitting still and just feeling your emotions
You
and
know what God
allowing
does
God.
to me? I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut
No,
you
no,
off.
no, you good.
When I get like that and I immediately want to call a friend, nobody answers the phone. Like nobody.
You
He's
are
like,
not lying.
no one will answer the phone. Nobody will even see the
You
call.
are not lying.
Like he's like, no, no, no,
Yeah.
come to me. I'm the one
Yeah.
with the solution.
God.
I'm the one with the
Oh,
answers. Like
oh,
you
you hit that
need
right
to
on there.
come. You need to come inward. You need to come to me. Like I understand I place amazing people in your life, and I can still like speaking, but he's like I can still speak through them to you,
Hmm.
but you can't always get revelation from somebody else because like what is our relationship looking like?
I
You need to
told,
be able to call me.
yeah, I told myself that I was like when I'm in the need to want to talk to somebody, I'm just going to talk to God, or I'm going to journal, or I'm
Yeah.
going to like be with self rather than try to talk to somebody else. And because what I realized, I try to talk to somebody else, I try to call somebody else and talk to them, and they end up pissing me off because it just be like what are you talking about?
Like what are you even saying right now?
It's like, oh my gosh, like are you even okay? Bye. Like, it's
All
like
right,
this is not the
I'm gonna
cut. Like,
go. Yeah.
I'm like, okay, you want some other stuff, but yeah, and that's when I realized I was like, you know what, I just need to talk to God. When I feel the need to like pick up the phone and want to call someone, let me just talk to God first,
Mhm.
and that's key, and that comes with just building your relationship with self
Yeah.
and building your relationship with God. People don't realize that God is already in you. And in order to build a better relationship with God, you have to build a better relationship with yourself,
Mhm.
and really come to terms with yourself and really love yourself and really trust yourself. All those things that you look from other people, like I want somebody to love me. I want, like I got to trust. Starts with you.
And if you don't know how to start with that, ask him how to help you do that. Because that's something that I've had to do. Like journal it out. Like, yeah, I need help like loving myself in healthy ways. Like I need help like truly seeing myself how you see
Hmm.
me, like really setting boundaries. And he will literally lay it out for you. He will literally like put you in situations where now you gotta set boundaries.
Yeah.
Or he will literally even in quiet time. That's why it's so important, like Ann said, to sit still and have quiet time. Because the most high will speak, he's always talking. You just have to be in the place where you can quiet your mind and know what's
Sit your
important.
ass down.
Bingo.
A lot of
Bingo.
y'all don't sit y'all ass down and
At
be quiet.
all.
Y'all always talking.
Always talking. And your thoughts are
Sit.
always going.
I'm gonna say it again. Sit your ass down.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep, just like that. One more time.
Sit your motherfucking ass
Yep, just like
down. And just be quiet, be
you said
still.
that last one like you had kids. I heard that in your voice.
I used to work with kids.
This is
I
true.
used to work with kids. So look, I didn't use them all, okay? But yeah, be still, sit your ass down.
Yeah. And just breathe, bro.
Say
We
that
make it
again.
and just breathe,
Just
bro.
just breathe. Like I see a lot of people on my timeline. I see a lot of family, close friends that just be stressing.
Mhm.
Oh, I want a family, a house, kids. I want married. Sit your ass down.
And you know what the most high always tells me? Like when I be like, I want this and I want this, he'd be like, how are you stewarding what I gave you? How are you like what are you doing with what I currently giving you? And also, especially when it comes to like relationships, especially
Mhm.
like intimate relationships, I remember dealing like conversation I had with the Most High about my son's dad. I would be like, talking to the Most High like this, that, and third. And he's like, every time focus on yourself because that's his journey. Y'all are together, but y'all are still on y'all own individual journeys. The best thing you could do is always just focus on yourself, say your prayers, and keep it pushing.
And never lose your individuality in someone.
Bingo.
That's another thing. But it's funny because I was having a conversation while I was in Chicago, and one of my close friends was damn near like a brother. Um, he was like, he want the house,
Mm-hmm.
the kids, the wife, the beautiful wife. Yeah, like yeah, he trying to figure out how to get that right. And I'm just like, man, he was just saying like, like dating ain't it now, yada yada. And I'm just like, what's for you is for you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if you want that, it's gonna come. You
Mm-hmm.
just have to be obedient. And I was telling him, and it's funny. It's funny because he was like, I was telling him, I was like, it's like, what's for you? What's for you? He was like, well, I guess that's what makes us different because, like, you mentioned something about having control. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he's more of a control. Like, he thinks everything's like he's very calculated in his like, and I'm like, no, your life is already mapped out.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And your desires and what you want is given to you. Like everybody don't desire the marriage, the house, the kids. Everybody don't desire being the best. Everyone don't desire um, being a CEO. Everybody don't desire to be the janitor.
Yeah.
But everyone has a different desire, and that desire is along the lines of your purpose.
Yep.
Um, and if you already have that desire, if you already have that in you, it's going to come. You just have to be obedient. And you just have to know I have no control over what's going to happen in my life. My life is already mapped out. But I do know that my desire of what I want has to be somewhere near my future because
Mm-hmm.
everybody doesn't desire what I desire. What I desire, we'll get into that, dude. What do you desire? We'll get it. I'm about to ask you that.
Okay.
No, you know what? Boom. What do you
Ooh,
desire?
so
And I'll follow up
fast.
with what I desire.
What do I desire? Honestly, in this season of my life, peace.
Mm,
I want peace, um, restoration in certain areas of my life. Um, that's really it. I want peace. Like every prayer that I write out, because I speak and write my prayers,
mm,
it always is something like, God, let it be peaceful. Let this, that, and third. Every time I've written the prayer, it's come to fruition. It's manifested. God has brought it, took it off the pages, it brought it to life.
mm,
But my main desire right now is peace because I don't know what's happening.
mm,
And I no longer am trying to figure out what's happening and why it's happening because it's going to reveal itself when it's time.
mm.
But even in the midst of everything that's happening, I can still have joy. I can still have peace. I desire the character of the Most High. I desire to be gentle. I desire to be meek. I desire to be kind. I desire
Understanding
to be
all that,
understanding.
yeah.
I desire to be all these things when it feels like my world is falling apart. Like that's what I desire. I desire God.
Mm,
You know.
I like that.
What do you
You desire
desire?
God. What do I desire? Um, for a while, well, I'll start off at like my journey was an interesting journey because I really didn't come like start building my relation. Like I grew up in the church.
Yeah.
Ever since like I used to mom in the church, I used to sing in the choir. Um,
Multifaceted.
I was doing everything. Even when I was like 21, 22, like it was, but I wasn't living right.
Yeah.
Um, like I remember I had like club Saturday, leave club Saturday morning, or really Sunday morning. Wake up, go to church. It just wasn't living right. But my desire when I started like building my relationship with God was I want peace. Um, I said peace, wealth, joy, and happiness. Those were my desires at that time. And then when I started seeing God moving and me being obedient to God and actually listening to God, because it like I got in a car accident and I didn't have a car, so it forced me to be still. And it's crazy how God will work because God
Mm-hmm.
will like He still protect you, but He gonna put you in that situation to
Mm-hmm.
actually learn. And it required me to be still. It required me to be um to listen. Like I was saying, it allowed sit my ass down because I was always on the go. It's hard to hear God when you're always on the go. That's why meditation and like prayer in the morning or just having your alone time is key. But
Mm-hmm.
my desires now, um, I desire to be the best version of me 24/7. I desire, it's kind of crazy 'cause I was talking to my coworkers about this. I have an obsession with being great.
You do.
I want to be great. I want to like, I look at LeBron, I look at Michael Jackson, um, I look at the greats that you've seen, and I look at them like we got the same thing in common.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's just my desire right now. My desire is just be my best self and knowing and being intentional with being my best self, knowing that allowing God to lead me, because I do know for sure God is in control. What like I'd be like, what control? Like but yeah, my desire is to be the best version of me to everyone, and I've seen
Mm,
that. I've realized my relationship with my grandma has gotten better because I'm
good.
trying to like be the best version of me, of being understanding and being like you saying, desires to be one with God, of just giving grace and just you know, allowing myself peace at the end of
Mm-hmm.
the day. Yeah, it's you know, I'll say that would be my desire. My desire would be the best version of me.
I feel that. I feel that. That's very on brand for you. Very reckless of you.
Very reckless of me. Yeah, my purpose.
Your purpose. It's all every day. Purpose is continuously going. Like I seen this post, and I feel like a lot of us have seen it on social media. And this guy was talking. He was like, "It's not the destination; it's the journey." Like we'd be so quick to try to get somewhere,
The
and you
end
don't
goal,
even realize, dang, that's not even where I really want to be. But if you really just sit in
the
the
process.
process, the journey of it all,
Process is the most beautiful thing.
yeah.
It's the most beautiful thing, and like according to like also like along this journey of like developing your relationship with God, it also like I said, it always comes back to you, right? So you want to build your relationship with God. It's like you want to build a better self of you. So that may be like you like getting back on
Mhm.
your healthy diets, working out, eating right, because it's like I'm trying to get you become one with self and one with God to where like nah, I gotta move a
Yeah.
different way. And even during that, when I first started my journey, I was in the gym a lot, and like I lost 30 pounds. But it's crazy now I'm back to where I started, but it don't look the same. Don't
It
get me.
don't.
That's all I like tell myself. But yeah, I was 220, and I went down to 190. Now I'm back at 220. But I'm just being transparent.
It's okay.
But God blessed me enough so where I could just eat what I want. So.
And we thank God for abundance.
Thank God for abundance. That was another thing I desired, abundance. I
Yeah.
asked God to abundance, saying, and I realized abundance isn't always like when people think of like abundance and wealth, they always think like monetary, like just
Mhm.
blessed, like phone, like physical
Yeah.
things. But I realized in Chicago, I'm really blessed, and I really live a life of abundance based on who's around me.
Yeah.
um I'm saying don't take the people around you for granted. Like I realized and that's what like made me like just look at things differently. um like I'm like, yo, like I'm blessed to know you.
Mhm.
I'm blessed to know the people around me, and that's a life of abundance because everybody don't get that chance. Everybody don't get the opportunities that you get just by knowing people. And I had to realize that I was like, okay, God is blessing me by just placing the people around me, and I'm living a
Mhm.
life of abundance because of that. Like I was on a rooftop at my friend's high rise, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, everybody don't have a friend who got a high rise
But it's
with a
true.
with a nice view in Chicago.
Mm-mm.
That's abundance. That's a
Yeah.
blessing. You know what I'm saying? Like, just a blessing to be here.
Favor. you get to tap into like, oh my
You know what I'm
God.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
people don't look at it that way. They always think of a selfish and jealous, envious point of view. Like, oh, I want what you have. No, like, I love me. Okay, what's for me is for me, and I know it's gonna come because I desire it, right? And I'm obedient. But if I see a friend or someone that like around me in my circle, and they're living like, yo, I'm only happy for you. Like I don't envy. No, it's such a. I was thinking of that. Oh my gosh, it was like it was I was in Chicago. I was showing a friend the view I was at, right? Oh, I'm jealous. That wasn't the right words. I was like don't be
Like
jealous.
what?
Like
What's really going
like
on?
don't be jealous. But yeah, it's just like abundance is not abundance and wealth. Is not always what people make it seem to be. Like health is wealth.
Yeah.
Happiness is wealth. Wisdom is wealth.
Joy,
You know, like wealth
peace.
has so many versions and so many different. You know, like your family could be wealth.
Yeah.
You know, so I also like to put that bug in there and just start to look at things differently when it comes to words as such, like happiness, joy, abundance, success,
Yeah.
wealth. You know, because it could all look different. You could and that's the thing. You have it's crazy. We can ask God for what we want and not even realize that He's giving it to us.
Because it don't look like what we think it should look like.
Exactly. Like and also like change it, take the shades off, and actually
Yeah.
look at what God has given you, and
Be
what He
open.
has surrounded you with, and don't take it for granted. Be grateful for it. Stay in a place of gratitude, and like that's why it's hard for me. Like when changes happen, like yeah, the human side of me feels some type of way, but the spiritual mind understands that yo, I'm just grateful to be experiencing this.
Yeah.
Because I could be somewhere else.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So God is good. God is so good. And God got you.
God got you too. He got us.
He got us. He got us.
And y'all. And y'all too. He got y'all too. Period.
Most definitely. Just got to believe that and sit your ass down.
Sit down.
Sit your ass down and listen. I think that's gonna be the title of this episode. Sit your ass down.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking, but
Oh, okay. I was okay with
yeah,
that.
I'd be like, oh, what's this? Sit your ass down, okay?
Yeah. Sit down.
Oh Lord, forgive me. But yeah, close up.
Yeah.
Close up
For the last time, for real.
for the last time.
For real. Together. Man.
Oh, okay. Bet.
All right, we're not praying, but
Oh, I
this
thought we were
is
praying.
Diani. This is Anthony.
It's your boy Anthony.
This is The Harvest. And we love you guys. Bye. And leave him. I know y'all left me some encouraging words, but leave him some encouraging words in the comment section on Instagram, on YouTube. Hype him up because he is so good. He is so good at The Harvest already. We already know he's about to do an amazing job with the guests and everything else. So encourage our brother. Keep him strong, okay?
Thank you.
Because I'm gonna be watching. And
Nice.
don't be saying nothing crazy because I will block you.
Oh,
Just like that. All
all
right,
right.
y'all.
Peace.
Until
Be
next
blessed.
time.